This video is going to help you make a model of a blastula, representing the embryogenesis stage of human development. Embryogenesis happens about 1 to 12 days after fertilization of the human egg. You're going to need the supplies seen below. The first stage is called cleavage. You're going to represent cleavage by folding the paper in half. This is where one cell becomes two. Then the cells continue to divide. You will represent this by folding the paper in half. You want to make nice creases and keep folding until you can fold no longer. Then unfold your paper. Each square in the paper represents a cell. So you can see we have many more cells from when we began. Something that's unique about embryogenesis is that the cells divide to make more cells, but the size of the blastula, which we'll be making out of this piece of paper here, actually stays the same. Usually when cells divide, we think of growth and getting bigger. But in this stage of development, it stays the same. So our paper is the same size as it was from the beginning, but we have more cells. We're going to make our blastula by folding two of the opposite corners together and taping them. Then you're going to fold, so it's hollow, the third corner over. So now we have a hollow vessel. The blastula is round, and we want to try to make this look as round as possible. It's not going to be perfect. But one way to do that is just by looking at these corners here and just cutting a little slit. And then folding it in and over and taping it down. So we have two places to do that. So now we have a ball, which represents our blastula. As cells continue to divide, they begin specializing, and it forms a blastocyst, where there's a ball of cells with an added mass of inner cells called an embryoblast. We're going to represent that by taking our marker and marking on the bottom and on the top. The embryoblast develops into the embryo and eventually becomes the fetus. Now we're going to represent the gastrulation stage, which happens about 13 to 19 days after fertilization. This is when the blastocyst differentiates into 3 primary germ layers, or tissue layers, and becomes the gastrula. We're going to represent that by pushing in and folding this over so we can no longer see the marker. And you can see on the inside the embryoblast. It's pushed up inside, and now we have the layers. There's a layer, lots of different layers pushing in. If we were to close the top, we would have our gastrula.